I realize that I've got Dylan's glass here. Arrogant bastard.
What?
Well, that woke him up. Finally, he got on his computer. Welcome to Curiosity Public. My name is Dutch.
My name is Jules.
Me llamo Dion de Payas. Pius.
And welcome to yet another... Oh, no. Welcome to one of our Tequila Blinds. That's right. Part 2, round 4. What? I don't even know what we're doing anymore. This is our second iteration of our Tequila Blinds. We've picked 5 brands. For the first iteration, we did Blanco, Repo, Añejo, Extra Añejo. We are now in our second round. 4 new brands. Well, 5 new brands, only 4 here, because of the 5 brands we picked, Cascanes does not have a current Extra Añejo. Now, they had one when they first started, but it was from the Atanasio distillery where they were sourcing or where they were producing their initial run of bottles they released. Now that they have their own distillery, they're releasing their own distillate. It's a new thing, but they don't have an Extra Añejo as of our filming of this. So just like Fortaleza in the first round didn't have an Extra Añejo, in this round, Cascanes doesn't have one, so we only have 4 here. What do we got? We have Siete Leguas. Let's take a look at this bottle. Doesn't that look like
A bourbon.
a birthday bourbon bottle? So 40% alcohol?
Is it Happy Birthday?
My least favorite bottle design because it takes up so much room and it's hard to pour. Looks cool. Don Fulano. Look at this beautiful ceramic bottle of Don Fulano. Look at
Nice blue, man.
that. Don Fulano Imperial.
It's like Clase Azul blue.
Aged in French Limousin oak. No additives, which apparently they can no longer put on the label thanks to the brilliance of the CRT.
But people on the whiskey tube or tequila tube would applaud that, right?
Who cares? All right, Excelencia. This is one of the older ones. I did try to get the brand new one that came out, but I had my order canceled, and I'm still mad about it. But anyway, this is essentially the same juice, just an older batch of it. And then finally, yes, this does say Reposado on it. It is the El Tequileno Reposado Rare. Now, what's the deal with this? Why are we including this as their Extra Añejo? Well, the reality is it is a 6-year-old aged tequila that under any other circumstances we would call an Extra Añejo. But they aged it in, I believe, larger barrels than is what is allowed under CRT's brilliance. And so you cannot call it an Extra Añejo. They can, however, call it a Reposado. So it is called Reposado Rare, but since it is aged 6 years, we felt like it's going to be most similar to these than anything else that we could compare it to. So we are including the El Tequileno Reposado Rare. Any premonitions, guys, as we get into this?
As I was explaining, intellectually, I would think that I would like the Tapatio the best because this is something that I do drink, routinely, right? But then again, there are dark horses. The dark horses are El Tequileno because this has consistently surprised me in blinds, as well as you cannot rule out Siete Leguas. Yeah. So
they seem to
this is going to be kind of thing. I mean, it's
distinct. It's distinctive, and I feel like
be your number one.
Yeah.
Don Fulano's kind of been the one that just has stuck out.
Yeah.
In these blinds because it has that fermentation thing that
It's the funk.
is very distinctive, and when you compare it to other ones, it just doesn't. It sticks out too much.
But maybe it'll get lost.
Maybe with the age, maybe it'll get lost with the age. Maybe it will transform into something else. I still have a sneaking suspicion that on the nose it's going to be clear, but we'll see what happens.
You have a doubt.
All right. Name the movie. All right, guys. We're now going to have these 2 guys leave the set. I'm going to pour these. Then I'm going to leave the set, and then Jules is going to come on and label them. So neither one of us knows what's what, but we'll have 2 pieces of paper with the key to what everything is. We will guess. We will rank, and we'll be back. Guys, we're back. We're ready to get into this. We're going to be tasting. We're going to rank them 1 through 4 so we can determine a winner. And we're going to venture our guesses. Back in a jiffy. Okay. Fun. Hard.
Really fun.
All quite good, I thought. And
Interesting.
interesting. They were different. I had a hard time picking favorites.
Yeah.
And, well, let's get into it. Dylan's already bored. Let's start with the aroma. Everything kept changing for me on the nose. And I had a tough time picking a favorite. I think, with the yellow, there was a slight funk to it, and then just like really nice sweetness to it. The blue was a little bland, and then when I came back to it towards the end, it smelled way better.
Yeah.
So and then I come back to it some other times, and it would still be a little bland to me. So I don't know. Blue was kind of an anomaly for me. Green initially I really liked on the nose, and then the red I liked it a lot. I got a slight touch of the cheesiness on the red, but it worked in this context. I liked it. Overall, my favorite on the nose was the yellow.
Ooh.
Green was close second.
Nice. Yeah, yellow, same nose experience, actually. I got a funk to it. That's literally what I wrote down. And I wasn't sure if I liked it or not, but, whatever. That's what I wrote. Blue, I really enjoyed this one. I got the cooked agave. It came out really well for me. Green, I wrote down Sprite. It felt like I opened up, like a can of soda, with the lemon lime juice. And then red, I wrote down, I got funk on that too, and cheese.
Yeah.
So, but ultimately...
But it was kind of faint.
Yeah.
Honestly, for me.
Yeah. Ultimately, I landed with blue being my favorite nose.
Wow.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So the yellow, I thought I got like just balanced sweetness. It's very pleasant agave, straightforward, very straightforward, traditional aroma. The blue, I thought it added a little bit of the mint, and it had, it's very bright. I didn't get any of the like the dark fruits at all, and you're not thinking about just like almost like rotten agave at all. You don't get any of that. It's just all sugary, but very good, pleasant. Green, I got like a neutral spice. It's like there's a little bit of, it's very vegetal, extremely savory, I would say. And then the Don Fulano got a little bit of that little
cheese.
Yeah.
Cheese it.
All right. What was your favorite?
I would say it was a toss-up between yellow and blue. I was kind of go back and forth. I think blue.
So both of you guys picked blue's your favorite. All right. Man, a few words here.
Dion de Piadoso says blue.
All right.
Azul.
Next up, let's talk about our experience on the palate. Again, I'll just go yellow to red, just describe my experience here. Yellow, the slight funk was still there, but really nice flavors, really nice sweetness, really nice agave. There was a spiciness to it that really helped it punch through as well.
Yeah.
Blue was light and delicious is what I wrote down. It's a little delicate. The flavors were a little delicate to me, but all very, very good. It just, it wasn't quite as loud as all the other ones, I guess I would say, but the flavors were just as good. The green, I got a little bit of citrus rind in it, almost a little bit of bitterness. It worked well in the overall flavors. It was good. Maybe a little bit bland on the palate to me compared to the others. The red was, to me, the most complex. The flavors were the richest, and it was just excellent. You did get a little bit of that funk in there, but it worked. It was definitely the most complex to me. Overall, my favorite, though, was the yellow.
Wow. Okay.
All right. So for me on the palate experience, yellow I really enjoyed. You're right. I agree with you, Dutch. Spice was the note that really stood out for me. But again, everything overall, the cooked agave was great, fruit. But yeah, spice really stood out. For blue, I wrote down balance. Actually, like for me, this felt the most balanced out of the four. And then green, I wrote down earthy. So I was getting a lot of earthy tones on that. So I describe it. And then red, I just marked it down, copied from the nose. The funky cheese is what stood out, and that's how I describe that. Then are we doing ranking?
Just your favorite.
Okay, favorite. Favorite though, I ended up with blue.
Okay.
Wow.
So again, the yellow had, I would say, agave sweetness, just very kind of middle of the road. It just had sweetness. It had the agave fruits. There's nothing that kind of said, oh, wow, I'm really unique, but very, very pleasant. Actually, blue is the one I got the soda because I felt like the mint was there.
Yeah.
A little bit. The citrus came through a little bit more.
Interesting.
And so that's what I got with the blue. The green was very vegetal. It was very savory. And then the red was savory, but also with that funk. Like, the cheesy funk, the fermentation part. So ultimately, it was again between yellow and blue. Not because the vegetal and the funk of the cheese and the red was bad. For me, I was looking at balance. Like, I wanted a balanced approach to as many flavors as I can get, and I thought the blue one delivered in terms of the variety that I liked. I wish the blue had a component of the red, where I had a little bit of that more savory,
well, that's what I
component.
like.
I wish it had the cheese.
I really like the richness of the red. I wanted a little more agave.
That's the thing. Yeah,
but it had that funk, but it had like a rich spice to it, and it just like the flavors were deep in it. It just was different. It did stick out.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, let's get to ranking these and then guessing.
There we go.
So I'm gonna have to go first.
Yeah.
All right. Ranking for me was very, very difficult. Only my number 1 and my number 4 were kind of like the clear ones to me. The rest, and even the number 4, wasn't even like it was that far behind. But anyway, my ranking was first place, yellow. Second place, red. For the complexity. To me, it was the most interesting drinking experience almost. 3, the blue, and 4, green. Wow. My guess is... Actually, let's all do our ranking first. Go to Jules.
All right. So for me, number 1 was blue.
Wow.
Number 2 was yellow.
Okay.
Number 3 was green. And number 4, red.
Really?
Wow.
Man, you guys do not like the cheese. Huh?
Okay. So
I do. It's just...
number
I
1,
like these.
number 1, blue. So clear
We
winner.
got a clear winner.
2,
Majority.
yellow.
What? We got a clear second.
No.
3 is red,
Because of your number.
and 4 is green.
Wow.
All right. Let's... hang on. Let's figure out our ranking here.
So it's a tie.
Tie for what?
For
First.
first.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
How could that occur?
Because of Dutch's
guys-
numbers.
Yeah.
We both picked blue as 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ranked it 3rd.
That's why.
So
That's why it's 5
Who
points.
cares?
5 points for yellow, 5 points
what does
for
it
blue.
matter? This is not like ranked.
It is. But because you guys would rank them 1, 2, then that means the blue would win. All right, so we do have a winner, even though we do have a point tie. So 4th place was green. 3rd place was red. 2nd place was yellow. 1st place was blue.
Essentially, my order.
Okay, guys, you ready to guess?
Yeah.
Guess.
All right. Let's go yellow to red. Yellow. Oh, man. I went back and forth. I literally just changed it. Because I initially had Tapatio. Then I wrote down Siete Leguas, and now I think it's the El Tecaleño. Yellow. The blue, I think, is the Siete Leguas.
Ooh.
The green, I think, is the Tapatio. And the red, I think, is the Don Fulano.
Wow. All right.
Okay.
For me, yellow, I think, is El Tecalino. B is Tapatio. Green is Siete Leguas. And red is the Don Fulano.
All right.
There's at least consensus on
Yeah,
that.
I also went back and forth. It's like
Yeah.
so many changes here. Ultimately, I ended up with yellow Siete Leguas, the blue Tapatio, the green Tequileño, and red Fulano.
Wow. So we're kind of all over the place, except for the Don
Except
Fulano.
for red. Watch, we're all wrong on that.
Yeah. Although you and I guessed yellow is the El Tecaleño.
Yeah.
So, you guys ready for the winner?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
All right, I got our pieces of paper here. Let's start with 4th place.
4th place. Yeah.
Red.
Okay.
No, green. Sorry, green was 4th place. Green was... Man, it was my initial guess
Always.
too. Damn it. Should have kept my original guesses, man.
Uh-oh.
Green, 4th place is El Tecaleño. Yeah, look, I wrote it down there at 1.2. All right.
Piadoso.
3rd place, which was red, was We were all right. The Don Fulano. Very distinctive. Very distinctive.
That's all that matters to Dylan here.
Okay, come
All
on,
right.
come on.
Let's see here. If my original guesses were right now, that's all I'm going for. All right. The winner, getting all the glory of blue,
Yeah, what's blue?
is.
Uh-oh.
Blue. I'm happy to report I was right.
Oh.
Siete Leguas. That's your winner, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, I put Siete right there.
Meaning yellow, which was my favorite, was the Tapatio.
Wow.
Which was my original guess. That
Well,
I
for me,
crossed
it's
out.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
It's right here, too.
I just wrote all 4 for each one. Jeez.
Even the red?
Oh, man. Okay.
These guys.
Well, so here's your
Wow.
winner. Siete Leguas,
Wow.
Extra Añejo. The best Extra Añejo among these. Oh, man.
You called
Close. Second
You said it would come
place. My absolute favorite on the nose and the palate was the.
was actually the
Tapatio.
Tapatio.
But the Tapatio was good.
It was
I drink
delicious.
that too.
Well, not according to Jules, but.
Yeah.
Oh no, you put a second, yeah.
Yeah.
No, we all liked both of these quite a bit. I actually really think that as a sipping spirit, the Don Fulano, it's so hard to go up against these kinds of flavor profiles because it does stick out. But
Sticks out.
I will go back to this one
Oh, yeah.
and
No, this is still good.
thoroughly enjoy this flavor profile because it is. I mean, it did end up third,
It's fine. I think it's very savory.
very savory. And then the El Tequileno, interesting. It didn't really do that great here. Surprising.
Off profile a little bit.
Little bit that rind hit that we were getting that actually reminded me of the old Tapatio. That's why I guessed at the end I switched. It's like, oh yeah, the rind thing. I mean, maybe that's kind of coming through, but overall, these two here, Tapatio, Siete Leguas, excellent. But the winner, let's give all the glory.
Wow.
Siete Leguas, arguably the
Leguas.
most winning from this round, this sequence, right?
I mean, it's a surprise. It's probably. Well, I don't know about
Extras?
Extra Añejo. It's hard to find Siete.
Price wise, they're all pretty close MSRP. I think they're all in like that one. I think around like 150 to 180.
I'm just shocked. Siete Leguas. Siete Lenguas. Siete Lenguas. Siete Leguas.
What are you trying to say?
Leguas. Muy bien.
It's surprising.
Wow.
It's surprising.
Deep thoughts from Dylan.
Yeah.
Take him half an hour to say nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's shocking.
That's all of his anecdotes.
It's shocking that I'm just shocked.
I mean, it's
Are you perplexed?
It's really good.
Are you vexed?
Vexed.
All right, Jules, take us out.
Tell us what you guys think in the comments below. Give us a thumbs up or thumbs down. Either way, let us know. Subscribe for more videos from Curiosity Public. If you want to help us out, please consider joining Curiosity Private, our membership program here on YouTube and on Patreon. We also sell t-shirts. Links in the description, as always. And check out our podcast and all the major players. As always, stay safe, stay healthy.
Stay curious.
I've been humbled.
Because you were wrong about your favorite.
Well, I am Dion Piadoso, right?
Dionys.
No, I'm
Dijonais.
I'm Dylan the Pious, right? Dion Piadoso. So
Is that how you say
why would I
pious?
be?
Did you look that up? That's what you were looking up on the internet before this. How do you say pious in Spanish?
No,
No.
you should see what I was doing. I wish
What
you
he
could
was
see.
really doing.
I should show people.
Great job.
That's going to be a bad. Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to blur that.
Yeah.
It's porn.
That's Dylan porn.
You did call it at the beginning, though. You were like, Dark Horse.
Dark Horse,
Dark
yeah.
Horse.
And I just, man, what a trip. What a fun
That was
one.
great.
Kind of
I
shocked
love these ones.
that's what happened.